Welcome to my channel, Tease Me Mas, where I will keep you reporting daily on the entertainment world. This channel where you will learn about the lives of celebrities, scandals, couple, and much more. Second stimulus check payment schedule. How fast can the IRS send you more money? We looked at the calendar and pieced together how much faster you may be able to receive another stimulus payment compared with the first check if a bill is passed. How fast could you get a second stimulus check from the IRS? The answer depends on whether Republicans and Democrats in Congress can agree on another coronavirus economic stimulus package that includes a new round of Americans' payments to be eligible. Congressional leaders for both political parties are calling for a return to negotiations. Regretfully, we have not been able to reach an agreement yet, and I hope we will, said Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Monday, because the coronavirus is not paying a whole lot of attention to the election, and the American people need additional assistance now. Talks have been a standstill for weeks, and with the 2020 Republican National Convention running through Thursday, they're unlikely to pick up this week. In addition, both sides appear focused on other pressing issues, including the House of Representatives $25 billion rescue bill. $25 billion rescue bill for the United States Postal Service passed Saturday. But there's what we do know. Assuming the Congress does pass the bill and President Donald Trump signs it, the IRS can start issuing stimulus checks within a week of reaching a final deal, according to the Treasury Secretary. The first batch of direct payments were sent out roughly 3 weeks after the CARES Act passed in March. How soon could the IRS deliver a second stimulus check to you? Though extremely unlikely, Republican and Democratic negotiators could resume discussion and reach an agreement in the late August. The GOP will be occupied with the Republican National Convention, which began August 24 and runs through this Thursday. Negotiations are more likely to slide into September after the new congressional session officially begins. The Senate is adjourned until after Labor Day, which is September 7. Here are some possible days that another stimulus bill could pass and for the IRS could send the first checks. For reference, we also include, as you can see, the timeline for the now expired CARES Act. The payments don't go out in everyone at once, so we go over which groups of people could go and get their payment first. Which group would get their second stimulus check first? It's likely the IRS will use roughly the same calculations and tools for sending out the second stimulus check as it did for the first one. Introducing the IRS Get My Payment tool for tracking your stimulus check payment and signing up for direct deposit. First group, the IRS sent the first batch of stimulus checks to the people who had filed 2018 or 2019 tax returns and had already provided the IRS with the direct deposit information. According to the House Committee on Ways and Means, following the model, the next stimulus payment could first reach people who already registered for direct deposit either as part of their 2019 tax filing or before. Second group, the next group was Social Security beneficiaries who had direct deposit information on file with federal agency. About 80 million people got their checks through direct deposit in the first week they were disbursed, according to the IRS. Third group, paper check didn't start getting mailed out until about a week later to people who hadn't signed up for direct deposit, but you could still register for the electronic bank transfer as late as May 13. Fourth group, the first economic impact payment debit cards, which are prepaid, began going out mid-May to about 4 million people. Fifth group, anyone who received their checks after June or who is still waiting to receive the stimulus payment, the IRS has told that the rate of payments will continue through the end of 2020 for some individuals who were not part of the previous group. Why your second stimulus check could arrive later to someone else? We won't know for sure until a new bill is passed and the IRS forms a plan to send out checks, but here are points to consider. Changes to aid for dependents. This depends on which provision of bill passes. The CARES Act allotted $500 for dependents ages 60 and under. The Republican-backed HEALS Act also allocated $500 for dependents of any age, but the Democratic-backed HEROES Act suggests $1,200 for a maximum of 3 dependents. If a change is made, even ultimately leads to more money being sent in or could require the IRS to adjust it, accounting system. That may potentially slow things down for you. Banking status. With the first check, people who didn't submit direct deposit information to the IRS had to wait longer to receive the stimulus money through mail. As of June, 120 people had received the stimulus money via direct deposit. 35 million were sent a check in the mail and 4 million were sent a prepaid debit card. The IRS haven't provided an update on how many people received a stimulus check by August 1st. Banking status has affected the speed of payments since the CARES Act passed, disproportionately impacting Black Americans and other people of color. According to an analysis by the think tank Urban Institute, people who are white and whose income were above the poverty line were more likely to have received their first stimulus check by the end of May than people who are Black, Hispanic, or below the poverty line, the analysis found. People who didn't make enough money to be required to file federal income tax return in 2018 or 2019 also will not get a stimulus check unless they submit a form to the IRS, according to the report from the Center of Budget and Policy Priorities. This group includes low-income families with children and far greater number of Black people and people of color. When the latest day you could receive another stimulus check? Once again, the schedule for the first stimulus check may provide an indication, but there's no official news. There's no official news until another relief package is finalized. The IRS will have sent about 200 million checks by the time the agency is done distributing the first raft of payments. The total U.S. population is over 330 million people, according to the census. The majority of people that was sent by the beginning of June throughout the IRS said will continue to send payments through the end of the year. How to get more help? If you're still waiting on the first final payments, you can track the status of your stimulus check on the IRS website, www.irs.gov. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, Chisme Mas. Turn on notification bell to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Like, comment below, and share.